Welcome, fellas, to the Captain Saver Bro Show, episode 39, the silent epidemic of emotional abuse. And I'm not talking about the common emotional abuse that they say that women go through. I'm talking about the silent emotional abuse that men go through, that men don't have an outlet for, that a lot of men don't even know that they're going through. We're going to break all this down. This one's going to be serious. This is a serious episode. So get away from your woman, get away from all distractions, go somewhere and lock in, because I'm going to give you a checklist to see if the things that I speak off on this checklist, if you are a part of that or if you're going through that, you need to exit stage left immediately, because it has severe consequences. And I'm going to get into the consequences or the negative effects of emotional abuse as well. Now, before we get into the game, though, this episode is brought to you by the Seduction Mastery. The Seduction Mastery. I'm about to light up when I say it, because I'm excited to bring you my new course, the Seduction Mastery, that teaches you seduction in and out, from the integral part of seduction all the way to the dark psychology part of seduction. And the reason why I'm going dark is because I have to. Women need this emotional excitement by hook or by crook. It is a scientific fact, and it's scientifically proven that women are hardwired to be emotional and need emotional stimulation. You understand what I'm saying? And today, that is a lost art amongst men. Well, it's always been a lost art. It's just that men, back then, you didn't need it because women were more so boxed in and society was more robotic. Today, that's not so much. This is why you're losing your women to Instagram, work husbands, and all type of shit. It's because they're not being stimulated emotionally. You have to, if you don't have this skill, you're going to lose, period. You can cry about it, you can complain or whatever, but if you don't have the skill, you're going to lose. But anyway, I said all that to say, I went a little bit dark, right? Because you have to understand that women don't really mind dark seduction and, underhanded tactics to get them aroused emotionally, so long as you don't hurt them. They just don't want to be betrayed and hurt in the process while they're opened up. But all is fair in love. You understand what I'm saying? All is fair in love. And love is not betraying somebody and hurting them. So I'm not teaching you this to hurt people or betray them or mislead them. I'm teaching you this game so you can stimulate them emotionally. This is something that I've always had in my pocket since high school. This is why I was able to beat out all of the other guys, because I know how to get to a woman's emotions. I know how to get to a woman's brain. You understand what I'm saying? Seduction Mastery is going to teach you to do just that by hook or by crook. You guys always want the dark game? Come to Seduction Mastery. It's releasing on May 15th, from May 15th through May 19th. I can't keep this course on the market forever. I have to put it up, give you guys an opportunity to get it, and then pull it back down. Once you get it, you'll have lifetime access to it, though. Now, when you purchase Seduction Mastery, not only are you going to get the brand new course that teaches you seduction through and through, I'm going to teach you seduction through and through. I'm going to teach you the different personality types that women have and how to seduce those specific personality types. I'm going to teach you seduction tactics, underhanded tactics, dark tactics, or whatever you call them, all type of strategies and tactics to go at these different types of personalities. And I'm also going to teach you how to develop certain characteristics and how to develop certain personas or add different things to your character. You understand what I'm saying? Hours and hours and hours of good raw game. Now, that's going to be in the new Seduction Mastery course. When you get the Seduction Mastery program, you're going to get 2 additional courses: how to make a woman fall in love with you, right? Because emotional excitement and emotional stimulation is a little bit different from love. I taught you the love game already. Now I'm going to teach you the thrill part. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to get how to make a woman fall in love with you. And then you also going to get the course, how to vet women properly, because what's having all this game if you're using it on the wrong women, if you're using it on shitty women. You understand what I'm saying? So you get those 3 courses, and you also get 4 webinars and seminars from the past with top tier coaches teaching you things like, I got one webinar teaching you how to have threesomes and sexual escalation. How to have threesomes and sexual bedroom game with Sterling Cooper. I got how to take a woman's soul. I got sexual escalation and bedroom games that's teaching you how to, escalate sexually and how to set your bedroom up, how to set the mood in your crib and in the bedroom, which is probably my most underrated thing. And this is not even for sale. we did this seminar or this webinar about 6 months back. I just recorded it. So it's about 4 hours, and it's like top tier game that you don't get on the internet. You're going to get that as well. And I forgot the other one. I don't got no notes to read it. But all in all, you're going to get all of those programs, and you also going to get 2 months of free access to the Players Club, which is my private exclusive men's community where we chop up game and meet twice a month. Also, we're going to, when you're a member of this course, every week we're going to do a Q&A session, because this game is deep, right? And I know you guys are going to want to ask questions and stuff. So for the next month or so, we're going to do probably 4 Q&A sessions based around the course, so we can meet up and do the Q&A sessions from the things that you learn from the course. You understand what I'm saying? Like accountability type stuff, so you can learn. So you're going to get all of this for the most. I kick myself in the ass about the price. Go to the seductionmastery.com, seductionmastery.com, and put yourself on the wait list right now. Get on the wait list. If you're on the wait list and you get the program, you get another program, which is called Breaking the Modern Woman. So what is this? 10 programs, all for the price of one. You can't beat that. May 15th. I'm excited for you guys. This is going to take your game to a whole new level. I promise you. You understand what I'm saying? Go get that at theseductionmastery.com, or click the link in the bio, click the link in the chat, click the link in the comments, wherever you see this at. Click the link, or you can send me a message on Instagram that says seduction. But anyway, guys, that's that. Get on the wait list. We're releasing it May 15th, and you have until May 19th to purchase it. Now, this episode is also brought to you by my social media platforms, right? My social media platforms and the playersclub.vip and SavorBroAcademy.com. Guys, follow me on all social media platforms at King Dreism, KingDreism. And if you want to listen to the podcast, you can go on YouTube and type in the Captain Savor Bro Show, or go to Spotify or Apple and type in the Captain Savor Bro Show. And that's where you can find me. But the social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, King Dreism, KingDreism. Not .com, but KingDreism, King Dreism. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into this game. Let's get do it. Let's get into it. The silent epidemic of emotional abuse. Let's kick back. This is the checklist. Now, first, fellas, what is emotional abuse? Emotional abuse is when someone uses manipulation, control, or hurtful words to harm another person's mental well-being. It can happen in relationships, it can happen in families or friendships, and it often leads to mental issues, anxiety, PTSD, that type of shit. Unlike physical abuse, though, it doesn't involve physical harm, but it's still as harmful and destructive. So just because a person ain't beating on you, don't mean that emotional abuse is any less worse or any less traumatic than physical abuse. In fact, science says that it's just as taxing on the mental health as physical abuse. And a lot of you guys are in situations to where the woman is beating you down and defeating you mentally. You understand what I'm saying? This is a culture. We live in a culture of, the expendable male, right? Men don't mean shit. Men can die off. We don't care about men. We don't need men. Men are not important. This is the society that we live in. And when you have this type of tone, and when you have this type of attitude, you disregard men's feelings. You disregard men's emotions. You tell men to suck it up. You're tough and all this shit. And men are driving themselves to self-deletion, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, crashing out, self-destruction, because they don't have an out, or they don't have anywhere to turn, because they're being emotionally abused, not only in their relationships, but they were emotionally abused by their mothers. You understand what I'm saying? This is the culture of the expendable male. And the culture of the expendable male breeds emotional abuse, right? Now, you often hear advice like, suck it up, or, just stoicism and be tough and this and this and that. That comes from this culture of the expendable male, you hear this type of advice. Men shouldn't be emotional, and men shouldn't be, men shouldn't be vulnerable, and men shouldn't express themselves, and men, you tough, be a rock and shit, right? Now, I'm all for men not letting their emotions dictate their actions. I'm all for that. I'm all for men not letting their emotions dictate the way that they do business and dictate the way that they operate and dictate the way that they provide value to the world. I'm all for that. Your emotions should not cloud your judgment. However, telling a person to suppress their emotions as if they don't exist only causes harm and toxicity in the body. You understand what I'm saying? And toxicity in the mind. And what I want you guys to understand is you have to start unlearning that bullshit and start treating yourself like the delicate human being that you are. You are a human being, and you're a delicate human being. This is how delicate you are as a human being. If I grabbed you around the throat and I squeezed it for 5 minutes, you will be gone. You understand what I'm saying? If you run out in the street and a car is traveling at a certain speed, you out of there. That's how delicate you are. That's how delicate life is. That's how fragile your body is. Your mind is equally as fragile. You see what I'm saying? Your emotions, your spirit is each equally as fragile, and you have to guard it and protect it and feed it things to nourish it and strengthen it. And going through abuse doesn't make you strong. Going through abuse doesn't make you stronger. It just damages you. You see what I'm saying? Now, does lifting weights make you stronger? Does doing hard things make you stronger? Yes, but abuse doesn't make anyone stronger. I don't know who told y'all that. I don't know why they told y'all that, but they lied. Going through abuse and emotional pain does not make anybody stronger. It makes you more combative. It makes you more, crazy. It makes you more anxious. It makes you more depressed. It makes you more aggressive, but it does not make you stronger. Doing hard things make you stronger. Overcoming obstacles make you stronger. Abuse does not. So what I want you guys to start doing is treating yourself like a human being and stop putting yourself in situations, right? Stop putting yourself in situations that hurt you emotionally, that damage you spiritually, that hurt you mentally, thinking that you can take some pill or go to the gym to overcome it. It doesn't work that way. Yes, hardship makes you stronger, but emotional abuse and emotional hurt and pain does not make you stronger. It just makes you colder. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you want to be a cold fish, then go ahead and do that. You see what I'm saying? But it's important to treat yourself like a human being. Yes, you're a man. Yes, you're a leader. I'm not saying be a bitch. I'm not saying be a guy who can't take things. I'm not saying be a guy who cry every day and let his emotions get the best of you. No, but what I'm saying is don't suppress it. Have an outlet for your emotions. Feel your emotions. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel down and depressed. That's normal. It's okay to not feel like doing something. It's okay to fucking be overwhelmed. It's okay to be excited. It's okay to love. It's okay to be in love. The thing is, you just don't want to let this control you. You don't want to let your emotions control you and control what you say and what you do. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to treat yourself like that, and you have to process your emotions. Learn how to process your emotions. Learn how to manage your emotions. I think I'm going to do a show. Soon about managing emotions, because I think it's very important. We as men don't do that. We just suppress them and we hide them. You understand what I'm saying? And truth be told, I say, just like I was saying when I was talking about the chorus about women need an emotional stimulation, men, we don't need it as much, but men need it and desire it as well. You understand? It's just that we are taught to suppress our emotions, or we drink and smoke our emotions away until we get cancer or fucking some other type of disease from doing self-destructive things in lieu of running from your emotions. But we desire the emotional connection and the emotional stimulation as well too. You understand? And when you embrace that, that's the shit that makes you stronger. You see what I'm saying? When you can embrace yourself, when you can look at a woman and express how you feel, you can look at a person who did you wrong and express that, you can understand that I'm upset. It's okay that I'm upset and we just gonna ride this out, or I'm sad right now, or I'm disappointed right now, or I'm excited right now. When you can feel those emotions, go through the motions, feel it in your body, feel it in your mind, let it pass, That's the type of shit that makes you stronger, going through the emotions, not abuse. You understand what I'm saying? Treat yourself like a human being. And human beings have emotions that something needs to happen with these emotions. When you bottle them up, it's like it's like toxins in your body, and it's toxins in your mind, and it's toxins in your spirit. This is the type of shit that make men toxic. This is why you see, again, I keep talking about the red pill all the time, but you know, they are a prime example of what I'm talking about. They think that you have to be rough and tough and this and this and that. And that's what they think you have to be. You don't have to be like that. I get more pussy and women treat me like King Kong. You know what I'm saying? Women treat me like a king, bro. I don't have to run around like I'm tough and act tough for no man, or bottle up my shit and just act like I'm super stoic. If I'm upset, I'm gonna be upset, and I'm gonna express that I'm upset, and I'm gonna show that I'm upset. If I'm happy, I'm going to do the same. Now, when I was in my 20s and I was younger, and I was hiding my emotions and I was suppressing my emotions and shit, I was a lot more anxious. I had to smoke cigarettes every day. I had to do this. I had to do this. I had to run from it. And I was a lot more on edge. I was a lot more edgy. I was a lot more toxic because I bottled everything up. I suppressed everything, even the good emotions. You see what I'm saying? That's not good to do. Treat yourself like a human being. You understand? You got to treat yourself like a human being at all times. Now, before I get into this checklist, I'm gonna do a checklist, and I'm going to also give you guys some negative consequences or negative effects and the seriousness of, you know, being emotionally abused. But before I get into that, I want to let you know that there's a solution to being emotionally abused, and that's this game. You understand? When I say playerism is the antidote to feminism, when I say playerism is the antidote to all that bullshit, I meant that. You understand what I'm saying? I meant that wholeheartedly, 100%. Playerism is the antidote to all of that. The game will save your ass. The game will cover you, period. Because the game says if a woman is being a headache to you, if a woman is disrespecting you, if somebody's, you know, not valuing you, you remove yourself. The game says love yourself. The game says value yourself. The game says treat yourself like a king first. The game says respect yourself and show respect to others. The game says provide value and you know, demand the same in return. The game says give respect and require respect in your presence. The game says women have to earn their keep in your life. You understand what I'm saying? The game says so many things. But the game covers you from all the bullshit. You just have to listen to it. And don't listen to them fucking internet nerds and all, oh, game don't exist, the game don't exist. It ain't even nothing to argue about. You understand? The game exists and it's real. You know, you can think that you can just float through life, not following rules and not having a strategy and not having a code. That's all the game is, man. Knowledge, a strategy, and a code. You can think that you can float through life like that, but it's not going to work for you. You see what I'm saying? There's codes, there's moral codes, there's rules, there's strategies to every facet of life. But how come when it comes to relationship, now game all of a sudden don't exist? That's bullshit. Stop listening to people trying to tear you down, you know, trying to pump fear in you, trying to keep you defeated so you can keep coming to them. You know, the game solves all your problems. That's what it's for. You know, like, shout out to Lucario on his Game Kings documentary. The first one, there's a guy named Rosebud, a former pimp. He says, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game, and that's true. You know, the game protects you from the bullshit. If you following the game, you wouldn't even be in no situation like this in the first place. You know, but that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for the guys that wasn't taught the game. That's what I'm here for. That's what I do every day. That's what I wake up to do. I wake up to teach you the game. I wake up to give you the tools so that, you know, so that you're not in situations like this. So you're not damaging yourself and letting a woman damage you. You understand what I'm saying? I got you covered all the way around the board, though. The game is real, you know, and for the guys who soak the game up and apply it, can tell you that the game is real. This ain't no bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? But let's get into it, right? Are you being emotionally abused, right? What is emotional abuse? What does that look like from a woman that you're dealing with, from women that you're dealing with? Now, emotional abuse can come from mothers, friends, siblings, but we just talking in the realm of the game, in terms of the game relationships. Now, verbal aggression. When your woman is verbally aggressive towards you, that is emotional abuse. What is verbal aggression? Insults, name calling, calling you out your name. You're a bitch, you're a punk, you're a pussy, a fuck boy, or whatever else they call you to fuck with your psyche and to fuck with your emotions. You know, yelling at you, cursing at you. You piece of shit. You're a bitch. You fucking this. You fucking this. And y'all be letting women talk to y'all like this, especially in public. That's wild. But insults, putting you down, name calling, this type of shit is emotional abuse. So if you're going through anything like this, you need to have a conversation. Hey, listen, don't call me out my fucking name. That's what the game teach you, though. What does the game teach you? When women are around you, they need to speak highly of you or speak to you. Don't speak at you. Don't insult you. Talk to you. Communicate with you. The game tells you not to let women talk to you in a manner like that, not to be verbally aggressive. And if they do, you remove yourself. The game teaches you that. You see what I'm saying? But verbal aggression, insults, name calling, yelling at you, screaming at you, cursing at you, cursing you out, all of this shit is designed to wear you down emotionally. You see what I'm saying? And fuck with you mentally and fuck with your spirit. Verbal aggression is emotional abuse. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the next thing that's considered emotionally abusive is constant criticism or nagging. You see what I'm saying? When your woman is always criticizing everything that you do, every little thing that you do, she's nagging, she's criticizing you. She's this, she's that. She's emotionally abusing you. That's called emotional abuse. Because when you do it, you feel a certain type of way. It fucks with your emotions. It fucks with your minds. And guys will be in situations like this for years with a woman just beating them down every day, nagging at them, chipping at them, nagging at them about everything, criticizing them, belittling him. You see what I'm saying? Humiliating him or blaming him about everything. You see what I'm saying? That's a part of criticism too. When a woman is blaming you for every little thing that go on, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. You see? And I'm always under the thing with my situations when I go with my women or the women that I deal with, or if I'm in a situation with a woman, if there's a conflict, I don't make it about right or wrong or whose fault it is. It's everybody's fault. It's about, this is the problem, let's get to the solution. That's the healthy way. But when you have women saying, blaming you for the reason that everything is fucked up, blaming you for the reason that shit is going slow, blaming you for the reason that she has bad emotions, blaming you for the reason that she's crying or she can't be happy or that she's not fulfilled or this and that, blaming you for every little thing, that is emotional abuse. Belittling you, that is emotional abuse. You see what I'm saying? Calling you a child, calling you an idiot, making you anything more than a man, emasculating you, or humiliating you, talking shit about you to other people, putting your business out, criticizing you in front of other people, humiliating you. All of this is, falls up under criticism and constant criticism all the time. All of this falls up under emotional abuse. Now, constructive criticism is healthy. Hey, how can I add something to my business, love, so that my shit can grow? Okay, well, I think that you should do X, Y, Z. That's fine. Or you going to your woman and saying, hey, listen, maybe if you did X, Y, Z like this, you can be in a better place. Constructive criticism, meaning criticism that's designed for a person to grow and progress. That's fine. That's normal. That's all cool in the game. You understand? It's fine. It's normal. It's cool. That's fine. But nagging you, beating you down. Why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't doing that? You did that so shitty. You can never get it right. All of this shit that y'all hearing, that's not constructive criticism. It is emotional abuse. That shit is wearing at you and it's wearing you down. You're chipping at your armor little by little by little by little by little. And you don't even realize it. A lot of y'all think that this is a part of the game. A lot of y'all think that this is just how women are. And it's not. That's not how normal women are. Yes, women are emotional. Women have their issues. Women have complaints and grievances, and I'm gonna get emotional about shit. But normal, healthy women don't nitpick at you and criticize you and badger you every fucking day, all day. Normal women don't do that. That's not normal. I don't know. I know you've been in your situation for the last 10 years, my dude. I know you've been in that situation forever. That's only your second girlfriend. You saw your mama do it to your daddy. And so you think that that's how it goes, and you think that that's how women are. That's not how women are. Women are not naturally like that. Most people, most human beings, if they have emotions and they're in tune with their emotions, they can express their emotions, or they're going to express their grievances to you. That's fine. But if a person, every little thing that you do bothers a person, every little thing that you do triggers a person to the point to where they wearing you down like that, then maybe you're not the person for them. You ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about if the things that you're doing, right? If the little small things that you're doing, whether it's leaving a sock or whether it's how well you put the clothes in the hamper, if those little things, the way that you are as a person, if that triggers a woman to the point to where she's nagging you and disrespecting you, then you ever thought about that maybe you shouldn't just be with her? Maybe you aren't the one for her, because that's not healthy and it's not normal. You understand? Just imagine if you blew up at her at every whim. She'd be screaming emotional abuse. She can't take it. You smothering her. That's not normal. If you trigger a person so much to the point that they're disrespecting you and they seem like they can never be happy, think about that. You see, and a lot of women don't understand that they make men feel like shit when they blame the man or they criticize the man and they put it on the man that he's the reason that they're not happy. A lot of women don't even understand how that feels to a man. They make you feel like you're the reason that they can't be happy or they can't have peace or they can't have joy. And I just want you to sit and think, if she feels like that about you, why are you with her? If she's making you feel like that. You understand what I'm saying? You are not the reason that she can't be happy. Your little imperfections as a human being, that's not the reason that she cannot be happy, because you are not perfect as a human being. You're not perfect. You're going to do things that everybody don't like, that she don't like. You see what I'm saying? And if you always just a trigger for her, she's not the one. I don't care how long y'all been together. Get out of that situation, because it's doing more harm to you than good. You understand what I'm saying? But that's the second one. The constant criticism. Constant criticism is indeed emotional abuse. Now, next we have gaslighting. Gaslighting. Women are masters at gaslighting. Gaslighting is manipulating a person's perception of reality, making them question their memories, feelings, or sanity. That's gaslighting. Oh, you're being insecure. Hey, I don't really like that you posted that shit. You're being insecure. I'm not trying to get sexual attention. I'm just doing this for me. You're crazy. You're insecure. That's gaslighting. Everybody knows when you post sexual things, you want sexual attention. That's gaslighting. You understand what I'm saying? You know, minimizing your feelings. Minimizing your feelings. You're making a big deal out of nothing. That's called gaslighting. Hey, man, hey, listen, man, I'm not really feeling the male friends type of thing, or I'm not feeling the way that you was disrespecting me. I don't like the name when you was calling me names and shit. I'm not really feeling that. Oh, you making a big deal out of nothing. That's gaslighting. You see, that's a person trying to change your perception of reality, and it's trying to make you question, the way that you feel, or question your sanity. You see what I'm saying? Twisting your words. And another gaslighting tactic that women will use is when they twist your words. So you'll say something very basic, very direct, and they'll take that and make it mean something else and have a problem with it. So you'll say something like, hey man, listen, I just want to relax. I really don't feel like going out tonight. I don't feel like going out to eat tonight. A lot of women will take that and say, oh, If you don't want to hang out with me, just say that. If you don't want to be around me or you don't want to be around me and hang out with me, just say that. That's gaslighting. She heard exactly what you said. You understand what I'm saying? But she's being selfish in a sense to where she's trying to guilt trip you because you are drained or you don't feel like doing something. You understand what I'm saying? Women do shit like that. That's gaslighting. Or let's say you tell your woman, I don't really like the way that you're talking to me right now. I don't really like the way that you disrespect me. Right? And instead of dealing with and being accountable for that, they'll take what you say and catastrophize it and say, oh, well, you're just saying I'm just the meanest, rudest bitch to you ever. I'm just the rudest person in the world. I'm just no good, huh? That's gaslighting, bro. You see what I'm saying? Or you could say something like, hey, I feel like you're not listening to me. Oh, so now you saying I don't love you and I don't care about you. They twist your words, in order to escape accountability for the things that they've done. They will twist your words and more often than not catastrophize them. And so now you arguing about that. So now you trying to prove I do love you. I ain't never say no shit like that. You don't listen to me. And now it's another argument. And just keep going and going and going. And this questions your feelings. This questions your sanity. Or, you could say something like, hey man, listen, you tell your woman, hey, before you leave, can you do XYZ, right? And so 2 days later, you see that she didn't do it. And so she'll tell you, oh, you ain't tell me that. Oh, you didn't tell me that. And you know you did. That's gaslighting. Telling you things to question your memory in order to escape accountability. I don't allow women to do that to me because I know exactly what the hell I said. You better say something like, I didn't hear you say that, but don't tell me no shit like, oh, you didn't say that, because I know what I said. I actually made a note of the shit to tell you that. I put it in my notes that I need to tell you at such and such time. You're not finna, that's shit like that is gaslighting, and gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse. So if you got a woman who's gaslighting you and being, passive aggressive and microaggressive and doing shit like that to control your emotions or to beat you down emotionally, you have to get away from it. And a lot of the times, once you get to certain points like this, talking ain't gonna help it. If you talk to a woman and say, man, the way that when you've been doing XYZ to you, when you've been doing XYZ, the things that you do, I don't like the way that feels. If she's to the point of gaslighting you, she's just gonna gaslight you even more. So I'll say, now you're trying to say I'm just a shitty person in the world. Oh, I never said that. I never did that to you. Oh, you're making a big deal out of it. When you're to this point, it's just best to just at this point, just walk away from the situation, because you have to show a person that, hey, I ain't dealing with that shit. I'm not dealing with you disrespecting me. I'm not going to have you disrespecting me. I'm not going to allow you to disrespect me. I'm not going to allow you to beat me down emotionally, because I am a human being with emotions, and I'm a human being just like everybody else. You got to teach women this shit. That's not something that you have to teach them this, but you have to let them know that you understand that you're a human being. That you're a human being and you're going to be treated like one. You understand? But if it's at this point, man, it's just best to just walk away so a person can know that you're not the one for that bullshit. And when a woman see that you're serious, she'll more than likely stop. You have to understand, women are not physically strong. So this is why emotional abuse happens more with men, because women don't have the strength to be physically abusive. Now, some women are physically abusive, but women don't really have the strength to be physical abusive generally over a man. And so they have to resort to other methods and other tactics because they don't have the physical strength. So they're a lot better at doing stuff like this, gaslighting and shit like that, But gaslighting is manipulating your perception of reality, or trying to manipulate your feelings, make you manipulate and question your memory, your sanity. That's all that is gaslighting. You see, and if you got a gaslighting woman, she is emotionally abusing you. And a lot of you guys are going through shit just like that. If you want to seduce any woman from any background, from any country, and you want her all to yourself while she ignores and pushes away all other guys, then there's one big problem that you must solve: boredom. Men like you are boring women to death, and the evidence is everywhere you can see. You hear women say shit like, I don't like good guys because they're boring. I don't like nice guys. Nice guys are so boring. Toxic men are more fun and exciting. And so women will sleep with and be with a man who will stimulate them out of this boredom. Most men try to solve this problem by flexing their money, their status, their power, and their looks. They'll take on adventures to different countries, nice restaurants, buy gifts, buy jewelry, set her up in a great home that she loves, or even sacrifice his own happiness, hoping to live up to what society says that a woman needs. But if you wait long enough, just wait long enough, and they all fail, all of them. Because the truth is, money, status, and looks can only solve boredom for a short time. What men really need is something that will fix their boredom. Fix a woman's boredom forever without having to overspend on crazy dates, lavish gifts, or a 1% lifestyle. When you can create excitement at will without acting like a clown or being someone you're not, you'll be the only one that can give her what she needs and desires: emotional stimulation. And that's what my long-awaited system will do for you. It solves the boredom problem for good, so you can get her feminine and sexual best every single time, guaranteed. This new step-by-step seduction system with 15 female archetypes and fingerprint-specific seduction styles transform you into the only man she wants and desires. Even if you're average, even if you're not high value, or even if you're new and just learning what we call the game. It's a big claim, I know, but one I'm confident I can deliver on. So if you trust in my work and you want this skill to seduce any woman so she's completely wrapped around your finger and ignores all other men, then go to seductionmastery.com and get on the wait list right now, or click the link in the bio. Remember, you're one skill away from getting everything you want out of women. Now, next up, we have isolation. Isolation is a form of emotional abuse. Isolation is controlling your access to your friends, your family, your hobbies, your work. They try to control the access to them. You see what I'm saying? Every time that you go out with your friends, they start an issue. They causing problems with your friends. They causing problem with your family. They causing problems with, feeling like you're doing this, or accusing you of cheating when you just going to basketball, because they want to isolate you. When people isolate you, they are trying to take advantage of you. They trying to abuse you emotionally. They trying to sink their teeth in your neck. Isolation is very, very dangerous. Always beware of women who are trying to isolate you. You understand? Isolate you from your family, isolate you from your friends, isolate you from your hobbies and social activities, or isolate you from getting your money. They don't want you to have the support system. They don't want your friends to say, hey man, that bitch is treating you horrible. They don't want your mother to put them on game about you. And a lot of women will make the excuse, because I did a post that went, probably one of my most viral posts that I ever did. I was talking about isolation, and how dangerous it is, and be mindful of women trying to isolate you from your family and friends. And a lot of women was making the excuse, well, oh, I just see, it's okay. They make the excuse like, oh, I'm just trying to shield him from the negative people in his life. I'm just trying to shield him from people that are doing him wrong. That's bullshit. That man know when people doing him wrong. You understand? He don't need you to protect him. He a grown man. He don't need you to protect him from his mother that he's been obviously cool with all his life. You see what I'm saying? That's isolation though. They'll stir up bullshit with your family. They'll plant bad seeds about your brothers, about your sister, about your mama, about your friends. They'll put you in a situation, they'll put your friend in a situation to where they'll hit on your friend or slick shoes on your friend, but then the friend may bite. Or if the friend don't bite, they'll go back and tell you that the friend was hitting on you. So now that you questioning your friend and you don't want to be around him no more. Women do shit like that. Every time you get ready to go somewhere, they throw a fit, they disrespecting you, and they arguing because they don't want you to hang around your friends. They don't want you to do anything outside of them. That is a predatory tactic. That is emotional abuse. Anyone who loves you, any woman who loves you wants you to have a great support system that does not revolve just around her. They want you to be happy and have hobbies. They want you to have friends. They want you to have strong ties to your family so that they can have strong ties to your family. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you have a decent, okay family. Everybody's not perfect, you understand? But that's isolation, man. And be mindful of women who are trying to isolate you, because isolation is very, very dangerous. Anytime a woman is trying to do that, it's no good. It's no bueno, bro. She's trying to take advantage of you, and she don't want you to have a support system. You know, when you are led astray and you out here on an island by yourself, it's easier to take advantage of you. It's easier to mistreat you. It's easy for a person it's harder for a person to walk away from you because you don't have a support system. And a lot of the times these women will make you move across the country or move to another city and get you like that. You see what I'm saying? Women do shit. They say men be doing shit like that. And yes, men do that to women, but women do that shit too. Want you to move where they want you to move because they know you don't have your support system of friends or family. So now you have to depend on them. And now that you're attached and dependent on them, they can sink their teeth in your neck. They can start drawing blood. They can start, putting their shit down on you, abusing you, and mistreating you because they know you ain't gonna really go nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? Be careful. Isolation is very dangerous. Now, the next one, and before we continue, guys, make sure if you're watching on YouTube to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop a comment in King Dre We Trust. If you're listening on Spotify, whatever it's called, or Apple Music, if you're listening on any of those platforms, give me a 5 stars and drop a review. In King Dre We Trust, comment something. But let's get the engagement up. Let's get this thing growing, man, because this message is very powerful. Also, real quick, guys, get on the wait list for the Seduction Mastery. I explained everything that's going on with it. If you just go back and listen to the beginning, I explained everything. It's coming May 15th, my new seduction course. And not only do you get that new seduction course, you get 7 or 8 other programs. You see what I'm saying? Well, 7 or 8 programs in total, all for the price of one, between May 15th and May 19th. So make sure you're on the wait list. Get on the wait list if you want the extra benefits. Get on the wait list now at theseductionmastery.com, theseductionmastery.com, or send me a message on Instagram that says seduction. Or click the link in the bio, click the link in the chat, click the link in the description. Wherever you're listening to this, look in the description or the chat. There will be a link. Click that. It will take you. You can get on the wait list. But anyway, let's get back to the game. Now, we just did isolation. Now, the next one is intimidation. Once a woman has you isolate you, they start intimidating you by using threats or aggressive behavior to manipulate or control the victim. Now, a lot of the times this is not physical. They don't physically do it because they can't physically do it. So they'll use things like the police. Oh, I'll say that you raped me, or I'll say that you beat me, or I'll, like Amber Heard. Amber Heard was very emotionally abusive. I'll say that you did this and people gonna believe me because I'm a woman. That's emotional abuse. Or they'll threaten to, infidelity. Oh, if you do this, or if you don't do this, or if you don't stop working so much, then I'll just go deal with somebody else. If you don't stop working so much, then, I got to get my needs met. Or if you don't stop doing this, I got to do what I got to do. Just threatening and intimidating you, right? To manipulate you or control you, man. That's emotional abuse. Don't let women do you like that. Don't let women do you like that. If it's to this point to where she's doing it, it's really, you need to get out of the situation. You need to get out of the situation. If it's to the point to where the woman is threatening you to put you in jail, or threatening to having her brothers come beat you up, or threatening to call her daddy, or threatening to expose your dirty laundry, or put your business out, or threatening to another way that they do is, you'll never see your kids again, to control you. And a lot of you guys let that make you a slave to the woman's ill, negative emotions for the rest of your life. And that's no good. Don't let no woman control you like that. Don't let no woman do you like that. Don't let no woman fucking control you, and you a grown man. You're gonna call the police, then call them. When she start doing that, put up cameras. Make sure you're protecting yourself, but don't be scared of that. Or I'm gonna put you on child support. That's another one, dude. Oh, you're gonna be on child support. I'm about to put your ass up. Put me on child support. You have to have no fear when you dealing with these women. Women know, man, I have no fear when it comes to shit like that. I don't give a fuck about no legal system. I don't give a fuck about no call the police. I don't give a fuck about no fucking police. I don't give a fuck about no jail, no none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about no family court. I don't give a fuck about no court system. Fuck all that shit. I ain't scared of that shit. I done seen the state of Florida versus my name. You understand? When they literally trying to take my freedom away, my life away for years and years and years. I don't give a fuck about no fucking child support court. You see what I'm saying? When a woman know that she can't control you like that, they won't try to. When a woman know that she can't intimidate you like that because you ain't got no fear, they won't try to. But they do you like that because you weak. And it's not that you weak. You just think that this is normal, and it's not. This is not normal behavior. This is not healthy behavior. Guys that's in healthy relationships don't go through shit like this. I know the red pill guys teach you that this is the way women are because this is the only type of women that they used to dealing with. But trust me, as a guy who knows what good looks like, this is not normal. It's not normal. The stuff that I be reading in them emails y'all guys be sending me is crazy. It's not normal, bro. It's wild shit. It's not normal. It's common, but it's not normal. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let women intimidate you, and don't let women fucking punk you out like that. You gotta be more be more strong, be more solid. Have no fear. She gonna think, well, I call the police, bitch. Call the police. Fuck you talking about? And when a woman is threatening to call the police on you and threatening your freedom in life, you need to get away from her. Period. Listen, fellas. If a woman ever calls the police on you, right, and you haven't physically did anything to her, you haven't assaulted her, you haven't, been aggressive towards her. If she called the police on you just to get something on her side, or just to harm you, or to make you leave, or, get one up on you, or whatever she do it for, you need to leave her and never call her again, especially as a black man, because you know how they playing dirty out here. You understand what I'm saying? But not just if you're a black man, any man. Never allow women to do this shit to you and then allow them back into your life. Because at that moment when she does that, she don't give a fuck about your reputation. She don't give a fuck about your life. There ain't no telling what the police on when they come to the crib. She don't care about your life. She don't care about your freedom. She don't care about your record. All over her feelings, or she wanting to be vindictive. Never, ever, ever, ever take a woman back like that. Ever. If she call the police, leave. Don't ever talk to her again. I'm telling you, because if you allow her to do that, it's only going to get worse. You see? Now, if you fucking being aggressive and you threatening a person and she's scared of you for real because you being aggressive and you hitting her and shit, she got every right to put your ass in jail. You understand? Just don't do no shit like that because she got every right to call the police. But if she want to call the police because, she want to get one up on you, or she want to, see you suffer in some type of way, because like a lot of women do shit like that. If she ever do some shit like that, she done. Don't ever, because she don't give a fuck about your life, bro. She's only there to use you. She's only there to abuse you. She's only there to take from you. Women who love and respect you don't want to see you hurt. They don't want to see you in jail. They don't want to see you embarrassed and humiliated publicly with false charges on your back, and so that you can lose your livelihood. Women who love and respect you and value you, they don't want to see you go through that, even if they mad at you, even if you hurt their feelings, even if they not getting their way. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to see you go through that. And smart women wouldn't want to put you through that anyway, because you are the meal ticket. You are the reason that they eating. You are the, not even the reason that they eating, but they benefit from a guy like you in their life. So a smart woman, regardless if she's mad, a smart woman who loves you will never want to see you in that position anyway. She may talk a little shit to you and give you a little piece of her mind, but she's never going to put you in a situation that brings harm to your life, or brings, compromise your freedom and compromise your life or your health. No woman who loves you will ever do that to you. You understand? That's not love when women do shit like that. Trust me. So Stop letting women do you like that, bro. Stop letting women do you like that. Now, that's intimidation. Let's move on. Emotional neglect, ignoring your feelings, your emotional needs, and consistently withholding affection, support, and empathy. Emotional neglect. You have needs too. Physical neglect. I'm tired. I got a headache. I don't feel like it. That's neglect. Sex to you is emotional. And when women withhold it, a lot of the times they are using it to control you, or they just not attracted to you like that. You see what I'm saying? And them being with you and they know that they can't meet your needs in that way, that's emotional abuse. No woman should be with you if she's not attracted to you in that way. And you should never be with a woman. You should never agree to be with a woman who's not attracted to you. You understand what I'm saying? You should never. Now, a woman don't owe you her body. A woman does not owe you her body, right? Just like you don't owe a woman your time and attention and provisioning. You don't owe a woman that. However, if you guys are in a relationship and you agree to meet each other's needs and you're withholding from this person and it's affecting them emotionally, that's emotional abuse, period. You see what I'm saying? Whenever you got a problem or whatever, you have something going on, it turns into an argument. They flip the script on you. They don't want to be accountable. They don't want to deal with what you have going on if you've done something to them. You see what I'm saying? When you down and out, they kicking you while you down. They treating you less than because you lost your job and now you broke, and you ain't got it like you used to have it right now. So now they being more mean to you. They're being more rude to you. They're not being as open. I'm not saying a woman have to be submissive to you, but they shut you out because for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not living up to the standard that they set of you. Now they start to shut you out emotionally. That's emotional abuse. That's emotional abuse. And you should stay away from women who do that to you. You know what I'm saying? Always get with women who love you, respect you, and want to see you win. You understand? They want to see you win and they want to see you happy because those type of women live to please you. When a woman is excited by your presence, she loves, she respects you. You don't hear a woman will fuck through a headache, bro. I don't know what y'all have heard. A woman will fuck through a headache to please you. Or even if she was horny, women fuck through headaches. Women fuck through nausea. Women, hug through nausea. They cuddle through nausea. They don't give the silent treatment. Women know how to overlook that type of shit. They emotionally able to do that, bro. So all that shit is an excuse. All that shit is an excuse. When a woman is turned on by you, she will fuck you through a migraine just to get a piece of you, just to please you, just to get your energy. All that other shit is out, bro. But emotional neglect is emotional abuse. Financial abuse. Now this for my dusty guys. This for my guys who are a little dusty with it, because a lot of the times financial abuse typically happens with men who have bread and a woman don't. Men use money to control and abuse women, right? However, for my guys who don't have it together, that may deal with older women or deal with women who do have it together, this applies to you. Financial abuse, controlling your financial resources or limiting your independence, right? And not that she's controlling it, but she has you in a situation to where you keep hitting a ceiling and she's the one on top. You understand? She keeps you financially dependent on her, so you can't go nowhere. A lot of women date down, date guys who don't have as much as them because they can be lazy, they can mistreat a guy, they can do whatever they want to do, and they can be the shitty person that they are because they know that guy won't go anywhere because he can't go anywhere, and they do underhanded things to keep this guy locked in. They drain you so much with drama. They drain you so much with gaslighting and nitpicking so that you don't even have the energy to get anywhere else financially. You understand what I'm saying? And then also women, they use, a lot of the times the apartment being their name. And so every time you get into it, they kicking you out. They throwing your shit outside. They putting you out the car, all type of shit, just damaging you emotionally. You see what I'm saying? And again, this one only goes for men who don't really have their shit together. That's why it's important that you have your shit together, so you don't have to deal with shit like this. But financial abuse is emotional abuse. Guilt tripping. This is kind of like gaslighting. Guilt tripping. When women try to guilt trip you, that's emotional abuse. Making you feel guilty or responsible for her emotions or actions. Listen, that woman is a grown fucking woman. She's a grown adult. You are not responsible for her happiness. You are not responsible for her anger. Her emotions are her choice. You are not responsible for her shitty actions. She hit you. Oh, if you wouldn't have did this, then I wouldn't have did that. She fucking bust your window out. Oh, if you wouldn't have did this, I wouldn't have did that. She cheated on you. If you had just loved me a little bit more and told me I was pretty, that's the reason why. That's called guilt tripping. That's emotional abuse. Typically, when a person can't look themselves in the mirror and stand up to the things that they do, they guilt trip you. Don't ever fall for that shit. That shit is a con game. That shit is game. Don't fall for that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Don't fall for the guilt trip. You are not responsible for a woman's happiness. You're not. Now, if you get with a woman and you get into a relationship with a woman, you are responsible for maintaining and providing an environment, right? So that it's conducive to her happiness and conducive to her peace or emotional security or whatever. But you being happy is a fucking choice. You make a choice to be happy. And if she's not happy, she can leave. If you're not happy, you should leave. But you are not responsible for another person's actions. And you're not responsible for another person's, I don't want to say that you're not responsible for another person's emotions, right? Because don't take this. Let me stop you guys. Don't take this. And I shouldn't have to say this. I know I shouldn't have to say this because I don't got dirtbags following me and listening to me. But don't use this to be mean with a person. Then say, oh, I'm not responsible because you feel hurt. Or now, if you do hurtful shit, if you do mean shit, if you do things that's not right, then a person is going to feel a certain type of way. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about women who wishy-washy, who nitpicking, who are already, they come in the gate damaged with baggage, and they try to make you the reason they try to make you the reason why they feel so shitty, or they don't have a hold of their emotions, or they don't know how to manage their own emotions. And so they find everything to do with you. Everything, little thing that you do, they make it the reason why they have a problem. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that if you do something to a woman, she's not supposed to feel a certain type of way. That's what I mean. But what I'm saying is you're not responsible and you're not guilty for her state of being and her actions. You don't have anything to do with that. She's a grown adult woman, and you need to treat her as such. Now I'm trying not to run out of time. I'm I'm gonna breeze through the rest of these. I'm not gonna do too many long tangents on the rest of these. So I'm gonna try to breeze through them because I want to get to the negative effects of emotional abuse. The next one is love bombing, right? And love bombing is showering you with love and shit, but then devouring you on top of that. Now, if a woman is expressing positive emotions and love showering you and it's just all love because it's all good, that's fine. But love bombing is specific to where they make you feel good, then they make you feel bad. You see what I'm saying? They shower you with affection and attention, right? They shower you with affection, attention, and love, followed by devaluation and withdrawal. They'll withdraw the love and support. That's love bombing. When a woman does shit like that to you, that's emotional abuse. Oh, baby, you're the best. I love you so much. You're the best ever. You're the first guy to ever do this and this and that. Then the next day it's an argument. And then this argument is the reason that she pulls back and she's away for 2 days and treating you like shit, and she's cold for 2 days. And then after that, you guys have makeup sex and, oh, it's baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. It's good for 3 days. And then she flipped the script again. You see what I'm saying? That's love bombing. When a woman is doing things like that, that is emotional abuse. Now, the next one is monitoring you, putting handcuffs on you, monitoring you and doing surveillance. This means constantly checking up on you, constantly checking your phone, constantly checking your social media, constantly seeing who you follow, all of this, constantly going through your shit, right? Your whereabouts, reading your message, stalking your social media profile. This is emotional abuse. This is smothering. People feel smothered. People feel it's to do a person like this and to show that you don't constantly show them that you don't trust them or that they moving in a wrong type of way. It's toxic. It's repulsive. It's just not good. And you guys, listen, stop doing that shit to women, because y'all think that don't drive women away and drive her to another man's arm. It does. You see what I'm saying? People don't feel secure when you always doing that. Like, you know, I have a rule anyway, like, you stay out my phone. Now, if I have a woman and we live together and it's a serious relationship, she'll have access to my phone. Like, you know, so if something happened to me, she needs to be able to get in my shit or whatever, right? Or whatever. You have access to each other's shit, but you're not finna be going through my shit every fucking night trying to question me about what I'm doing and who I'm doing and this and the whereabouts and who is this person and that person. All that's bullshit. You know, and that is a form of emotional abuse. So if your woman is doing that, and you guys confuse that with love, you guys confuse that jealousy, and you confuse that with love, like she just love you and she just own you, you doing everything right, that you got her jealous. And nah, bro, women are just, not women, but women like that are just controlling, and they're toxic and they're emotionally abusive. And this is how they get their rocks off, by controlling you in that way, by making things hard for you, by sweating you, by being jealous to you, by dumping their toxicity on you, by way of checking your phone every night, accusing you of doing this, accusing you of doing that. And truth be told, women who be doing that be doing the most. Women who be doing that be doing all the cheating. You understand what I'm saying? So pay attention to women like that. Now, the next one is sabotage. Women who are sabotaging you. When women try to sabotage you, that is emotional abuse. Sabotaging is basically discouraging your growth on a personal, educational, or career level. So when a woman is you know, when every time you trying to work, she getting away, she arguing, or she wants you to come spend time with her instead of go to school. You know, she making it a problem because you putting your work first, or you putting your career first. She make it a problem. Or whenever you do something good, she shit on it. She don't support it. You see what I'm saying? That type of shit is sabotage, and that's a form of emotional abuse. So if you're going through that, be careful, be wary. Now, the next one is public emasculation. Public emasculation. Emasculation, period, right? And when a woman is emasculating you, period, that is emotional abuse, but especially doing it in public, correcting you or criticizing you or chastising you in front of other people. Never allow a woman to do that to you. That's disrespectful, and it's her way of emasculating you. When a woman, if you ever in a situation, fellas, and a woman is correcting you in front of your friends, correcting you or chastising you in front of your family, correcting you and telling you how to do things in front of her friends or out in public or whatever, she's trying to emasculate you, and that is emotional abuse. You understand what I'm saying? So be wary of that. Now, the last one is trivialization. This is basically making your concerns or your issues or your feelings seem minute or less important. Meaning, if you have a problem with something, if you have an issue with something, hey, I don't like the fact that you got this whole ass friend. I don't like the fact that you have male friends. I don't like the fact that you talk to me that way. Oh, you're making a big deal. It means nothing. Just get over it. It's nothing. You're blowing things out of proportion. You know, you're insecure. Just trivializing your feelings. Making your shit or making your concerns seems like they're not important, or, you know, you overdoing it or whatever. That is a form of emotional abuse. Now, if you are a victim of any of this shit, you need to get out now, right? Because the effects of emotional abuse are very, very, very dangerous, and we're going to get into them right now. Let's get into the negative effects of emotional abuse, right? The first negative effect of emotional abuse is physical health problems from chronic stress. Chronic stress causes all type of health problems. You see what I'm saying? Sleep disorders, headaches, digestive problems, indigestion, heartburn, gastritis. Stress weakens your immune system. High blood pressure caused by emotional abuse, which causes chronic stress. Get them women who are emotionally abusing you and stressing you out of your life. You only get one body. This is what I want all my fellas to do. I want you to go to CVS or Walgreens or your drugstore and buy a blood pressure cuff. And the next time you have an argument with a woman, the next time your woman is tripping on you, the next time your woman is badgering you or nagging you and you feel a way about it, I want you to go sit down somewhere and take your blood pressure. And it will open your eyes as to what's going on. You see what I'm saying? This shit is very important. Take your health seriously, because once it starts to decline and you get a certain age, it ain't no turning it around. You understand what I'm saying? Take your health seriously. Stop letting women stress you out. I think this is why men check out early. I think this is why men are unalived earlier, you see what I'm saying, and go out earlier because of emotional stress and emotional abuse and not knowing what to do with their damn emotions. You see what I'm saying? Due to health problems that comes from chronic stress. Chronic stress is no good. So be mindful of the women that you keep in your life. If a woman is not bringing you peace, if a woman is not bringing you stability, if she's not making your life better, you need to get rid of her. Women are not designed to give you headaches and stress you out. That is not normal. I'm going to say it 1,000 times. That is not normal. I know that's what you think because a woman that you've been with the last 10 years, that's what she does. And so you think that this is everybody's problem and you think that this is just how women are. It's not. It's not healthy. It's not normal. Get out of that situation because it's killing you slowly. Now, the next thing, the next negative effect of emotional abuse is substance abuse, drinking, drugs, nicotine in order to mask it. Men who experience emotional abuse always typically tend to turn to alcohol, drugs, or other, self-destructive mechanisms to manage their feelings, to manage their pain, to manage their emotions or distress, and this can lead to addiction. Men in this country are drowning in alcohol. I wonder why. Men in this country are drowning in alcohol. White men, black men, Spanish men, Indian men are drowning in alcohol because they're trying to cope with the pain that's coming from being emotionally abused by women and getting beat up on by society. You see what I'm saying? That's something that we don't want to talk about, but this happens. And I almost was a victim to this, right? As far as this alcoholism thing, because when I broke up with my kid's mom, I turned to alcohol. I eventually shook it after about a year. I shook that shit off of me, but I see how guys go down that road. They use these things to manage and to cope. You see what I'm saying? With the pain, the anger, the hurt, the frustration. Because we don't have an outlet as men for our emotions because we're taught to suppress them and don't feel them and be stoic and all that bullshit. So we have to turn to drugs and alcohols or cigarettes or whatever, or cheap sex, prostituting with women or gambling or other self-destructive shit. You understand? Emotional abuse leads to substance abuse, period. Now, the next negative effect that emotional abuse has is lower self-esteem, right? When you get emotionally abused, it fucks with your mind and emotions in a way that you kind of start to lose self-esteem and self-worth, right? And this makes it hard for you to engage in healthy relationships even after that one ends. It makes it hard for you to advocate for yourself and stand up for yourself. When you don't love when you don't love and value yourself, when you don't love yourself, when you don't value yourself, when you don't have a self-esteem, when you don't have self-worth, you don't really typically stand up for yourself. That's why a lot of you guys allow this type of shit to happen, because once it happens, she beat you down, she beat you down, she beat you down. Over the years, you have no self-worth or no identity. You don't even stand up for yourself. You just keep digging. You just keep letting her keep digging at your mind and digging at your emotions and digging at your spirit until you crash out. You see what I'm saying? And also, this is why a lot of the reasons you guys don't have drive to do anything better or to provide value in society or to come up financially and to do great things, you lose that drive through being beat down and your self-esteem and your self-worth being stripped away from you through a woman being emotionally abusive to you. You guys have to be careful, man. Remember, you're a human being, and emotional abuse affects us all the same exact way. I don't care how many times you can lift 450 pounds or squat 450 pounds or how alpha you think you are. Emotional abuse affects us all the same way if you're a human being. You understand what I'm saying? So treat yourself like a human being, but that's one of the other negative effects of emotional abuse. The next one is reduced productivity. When you are emotionally abused, you don't feel good. Your energy is drained. And when your energy is drained, you don't feel good, you don't feel confident, you don't feel motivated because you're mad or you're stressed or you're down, right? What happens is you're not as productive. You see what I'm saying? You're not as productive. You're not as productive at your job. You're not as productive on your business. You're not as productive in your passions or however you're getting your money or wherever you need to be productive. You're not as productive at home with your children or whatever. And this leads to instability. You see what I'm saying? Job loss, economic instability. I don't know how many times guys have come to me, lost their jobs because they've been so stressed out about their home life. You see what I'm saying? And this can have a major, these things, especially this one, can have a much larger consequence because it affects the economy. Remember, weak, broken men make a weak, broken society. And there's no society that's weaker than the United States of America right now. And it's just partly due to men being broken in the homes. You understand? And us not being taught how to manage emotions, us being taught that we just deal with shit. We just deal with that shit. You see what I'm saying? We just deal with shitty women and shit like that and manage your emotions and be a stoic and shit like that. It's wearing men down to the point to where they're giving up, to they're shutting out, they're moving, they just don't want to do nothing, they too weak. And guess what? The little boys are coming up seeing this and they don't even want to be men. Why do you think little boys want to grow up and be girls now? Because it's hard being a man. It's not actually hard being a man. We just getting beat down in our homes by women and beat down in society. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't want to go too far off, but, emotional abuse leads to a reduction in productivity, and a reduction in productivity not only affects your home, but it affects the society. You see what I'm saying? Because it makes men weak. All of this shit, physical health problems, that puts a strain on society. Substance abuse puts a strain on society. Lower self-esteem puts a strain on society. Reduced productivity puts a strain on society. Right? Now, another thing, and this is the last one, I'm going to get up out of here. And this is very, 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 very important. Mental health issues, emotional abuse can lead to depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, and other mental health disorders in men. These are facts. These can have a ripple effect on the families, on the children, co-workers, friends, and society. No wonder why you guys are depressed and anxious and have to drink yourself to sleep and have to smoke yourself to sleep, and panic attacks and depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. Do you know that you can have post-traumatic stress disorder from a nagging woman? Did you guys know that? Do you understand that? That you can actually develop post-traumatic stress disorder or anxiety from a nagging woman who's beating you down emotionally, who's emotionally abusing you. You, as a strong man, a strong, healthy man, over time can develop post-traumatic stress disorder from being in stressful, traumatic environments where your emotions are being attacked constantly. Do you understand that? This is how real this shit is. This is why I'm vigilant about the women that I let in my space. This is why I'm vigilant and hell-bent on the game, the playerism. Bitch, you ain't gonna be talking to me like that. You gonna respect me first, period. This is why I'm vigilant, because I understand how delicate I am as a human. Yes, I'm a strong man. Yes, I'm a strong, solid man. But I have a brain that hears, and I have emotions that emotion. You see what I'm saying? I have a heart, I have a soul, and I have a mind. And I understand how fragile those things are. And so I have to do what I need to do to make sure I'm surviving. And not only am I surviving, I'm thriving. And if that means keeping shitty women out of my life and having boundaries, then that's what that means, and that's what I'm going to do. Negative emotional abuse leads to mental health issues in men. Negative emotional abuse, negative shitty women lead to emotional abuse. Lead to mental health issues in men. Say it again. Emotional abuse leads to mental health issues in men. Facts. Anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress, all that shit. You see what I'm saying? That's why men can't get off the cigars and can't get off the Black and Milds or the cigarette or gotta smoke, because women have been abusing them emotionally. And if it ain't been the women in their life that they've been choosing, it's the mothers that they have. See, we don't talk about this shit enough, but that ends with Captain Saver, bro. We gonna talk about it, baby. But anyway, those are the negative effects of emotional abuse. Of course, there's always more. There can always be more, but I don't want to be here all night, right? So I'm going to end it there. Fellas, if you're a victim of emotional abuse, get out now. Remember, get your game up. Learn the game. The game saves you and protects you from all of this shit. The ism protects you. The game protects you. Playerism is the antidote to feminism and any other ism that's out there that's, used to harm you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, before I get out of here, guys, go get on the wait list for my new seduction program, Seduction Mastery, at seductionmastery.com. Seductionmastery.com. Click the link in the chat, click the link in the bio, click the link in the description, or send me a message that says seduction to take advantage and get on the wait list for this awesome program that's designed to take your game to the next level. There's nothing like this on the internet, nowhere, period. Coming out May 15th through May 19th. Seduction Mastery, my new masterpiece. It's my most robust work yet. It's my most deepest, and I put the most game in this shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to transform you for good. I can promise you that. Seductionmastery.com, link in the bio, link in the description, link in the chat, or send me a message on Instagram that says seduction. Also, guys, the playersclub.vip, and go to Captain Saver Bro Show. Not Captain Saver Bro Show, SaverBroAcademy.com. Also, follow me on all social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok at King Dreism, KingDreism. And to listen to the Captain Saver Bro Show, go to YouTube, type in the Captain Saver Bro Show, or go to Spotify or Apple, wherever you like, and tap in the Captain Saver Bro Show. This has been a great one. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is none other than your gracious game advisor. Yours truly, King Dre. I'm gone.